What's up, YouTube? Welcome back with you guys with another first impressions video. Not going to do an unboxing today, and we'll see how if there's going to be an update or not, because this package was sent to me from a good friend of mine from Frag.com named Chet Nagowski. So shout out to Chet for sending me this. I believe I commented on a picture. He posted a picture on Facebook how he bought 4 bottles of this stuff, and he was raving about how good it is. And I was like, okay, wow, that sounds really cool. I think I either commented or I liked it or something, but he messaged me and said, hey, I'd love to send you a sample so you can do a video. I obliged, sent him my address, and it came to me in a couple of days. So thank you very much, Chet, for hooking me up with this sample. I will say it did leak a little, so I had to put it in a plastic bag and clean it off and make sure that I didn't get any first impressions from the box or anything like that. But there's plenty of juice left. I just lost a couple of mils. I will show you guys the bag, but I will have to probably just talk without breathing through my nose. But here is the bottle. Sent me a giant decant, so thank you again for that. But the fragrance that we're discussing today is Joop, the new Joop, the Eau De Parfum version. The original Joop came out in 1989. I'm sure you guys remember this one, the pink beast or the purple beast, whatever you guys want to call the bottle. But it is a very popular fragrance for good and bad reasons. The fragrance is nuclear strength. It's very strong, and some would even say that a couple of big houses actually copied this one. You guys can go and look at the dates on when they're released. I want to say that Joop was the original. Creed released original Santal, which is very close to Joop, like that's their version of it, and Mont Blanc Individuel released a similar fragrance. Theirs was a little better, a little pineapple, a little bit of dark chocolate, I believe, in that fragrance. Pretty good fragrance. But this is an EDP version that just came out. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information about this fragrance. Sorry I don't have the bottle in the box, but this will do. This is just a first impression. So Joop Homme Eau De Parfum from the House of Joop is a sweet, spicy, amber vanilla fragrance released in 2021. I don't know the nose behind this fragrance. It is an Eau De Parfum concentration. The notes for this fragrance, in the top we have bergamot, cinnamon, hazelnut. In the mid we have orange blossom, heliotrope, honey, cardamom, and fir. And the base, you round things off with tonka bean, vanilla, sandalwood, moss, cashmere, and vetiver. Now I did compare the notes from the original to the new one, to the EDP here, and it did keep a lot of the same notes. It kept the bergamot, the orange blossom, the heliotrope, the cardamom, kept the tonka bean, vanilla, and sandalwood, and the cinnamon. And so I believe a lot of those notes are what gave the original that drier sheet sort of DNA, that sweet, spicy, sort of drier sheet, sort of powdery fragrance that the original had. I do believe it's going to keep, I think it's going to smell just like the original. It's probably just going to be stronger. Now, don't understand why they did this, because honestly, I think even now with the release today, if you find it at Marshall's for 20 bucks, it's going to be just as strong. Maybe not just as strong as the 1989 release, like the first year, but it's still really, really strong. So not sure what they did to this one to make it, if it's supposed to be stronger or just fuller or thicker. But they decided to make an Eau De Parfum version, so I'm happy to try this one. Again, I'm going to try to not breathe through my nose. Going to open the bag here very carefully so I can get the bottle out here. Show you guys the bottle here. This sprays a lot of juice. This is going to be my scent of the day, and it's nice and cold outside, so I'm assuming this is going to be perfect for the cooler weather outside. So I'm going to spray my hand here and see what this one is all about. All right, here we go. Clean hand. Couple sprays. Big spray, big spray. Okay. Definitely getting the original DNA. This one is thicker though. Sweeter, it's warmer. Trying to see what I can pick out more. There is honey in this that I noticed. I'm getting a bit of a thicker, sweeter honey vibe in this. This one's definitely a lot sweeter than the original. Candied sweet. More mainstream smelling. This reminds me a little bit of something else, and I can't recall exactly what it reminds me of. But this is definitely really nice. It smells really, really good. And if I can remember what this reminds me of, I'll definitely let you guys know. But there's something in the top here that reminds me of another mainstream popular fragrance. Do I think this smells better just off the bat, better than the original? Yes, I do. And Chet was raving about this and saying how it's his favorite fragrance right now. His fragrance from me. He bought 4 bottles. Goodness, so he must have really liked this stuff. I can see why. It is very spicy. It's very sweet. There's bergamot. I believe bergamot is the only fruit in this, but it smells like almost like grape. Not grapes, but like a grape soda. Has a little bit of that sweet grape soda thing going on with it. But I guess it's the bergamot. The orange blossom isn't too much in this. Usually that comes off as chalky. I'm definitely not getting that. The cinnamon is definitely in this. The hazelnut is giving a touch of gourmand, but it's not over the top. This is really more sweet, spicy, and fruity. This has vanilla and tonka bean, so I'm getting that. That sandalwood, I want to say the sandalwood and the cinnamon is what gives it the Joop DNA. So I think that's what's still giving it a bit of that original DNA. And I'm getting the vanilla and the tonka bean. So paired with the hazelnut and the cinnamon, you're definitely getting like a sweet, spicy, gourmand type of fragrance. But I can see why he really liked this fragrance. I can see why this one might be really, really popular amongst the groups. I think the only thing that's going to hurt this fragrance is the fact that it's Joop or Joop, however you guys want to pronounce it. And I've tried some other Joops in the past, or Joops, and we'll just call it Joop for whatever, just because that's what I've been saying. I've tried Wild and I've tried Jump, and I want to say that Wild was really, really good. That was almost like a grape soda type of fragrance. I can't recall what was in it, but I remember really liking that one. This one has a little bit of that, but really this is mostly more towards the original release. Just better, more mainstream, not so in your face, a little more well-rounded, a little more pleasing to the nose, because the original was nice, but that one was very, very strong, very sharp, very straight to the point. When you got that DNA, that's what you got for the entirety of the fragrance. It didn't change too much. The original changed a little bit, but not that much. This one seems a little more well-rounded. This one seems like it has that original DNA, but it just seems a little smoother, a little more approachable, not so sharp, harsh, or in your face. And I do think this will have really good performance. Can't say it for now, but it smells like it's going to be really, really strong. And I'll definitely get back with you guys with the update on what this reminds me of, because it's going to bother me. If I can't think of it on this half of the video, it's going to bother me quite a bit. And it will take me some time to figure that out. But I do like the vanilla and the tonka bean in this. I'm getting a lot of gourmand vibes with this one. Very sweet and powdery. Also fruity, spicy. I'm going to keep repeating the things I said earlier just because I'm still, it's still changing a little bit. But overall, I do like this fragrance. And I'm not really sure what he paid for these. I'll put the price here. But if it's affordable, this might be something worth taking a look at. He bought 4 bottles. Maybe they're dirt cheap right now, right? I do know that Joop released an Absolute version that I still haven't gotten my nose on. I believe that one had some leather and some other things in it. And I really like I just like the way it looked and the way it sounded with the notes. Never got my nose on it though. And honestly, at first I thought that's what he was talking about with this one. I thought it was the same thing. But I'm kind of glad it's a different version. This is a 2021 release. But right now, again, I'm going to say I do like this fragrance. It smells nice. It's going to be crowd pleasing, and I'm going to wear this fragrance to hang out with some friends here in a little bit, go watch some football, and give you guys an update shortly. Talk to you then. All right, guys, just want to bring you guys a quick update on the Joop or Joop Eau De Parfum that I got the other day in the mail. Again, thanks again to Chet. I'm going to wear this fragrance tonight again, actually, but I wanted to go ahead and spray my hand one last time. I wore this fragrance over the last few days, and I gotta say, I do like this fragrance. Now I don't know how much it is. I'm not really sure where it's at on the market because I tried to find it, and it was pretty impossible to find. I couldn't find it on eBay or anything like that. I'm pretty sure some of you gurus out there can find this fragrance a lot faster than I could. But I like this fragrance. It really did. I can't remember what I said in the first half of the video really, but it does start off very sweet. It's very mainstream. It does have a bit of that original Joop dryer sheet thing going on with it, but it really does its own thing. I'm trying to compare it to something, And honestly, I'm not going to say ultra malt, but it starts off super sweet and powdery like that. I really get... I'm not really sure where the sweetness comes from. There is honey in this, and it is a thick sort of sweetness like honey. But that sort of fades away after a while. And, you know, there's vanilla and tonka bean and a couple of other things that could add to that sweetness. It's more candied sweet. There is a little bit of vanilla sweet in this, but it's more candied sweet. I'm not going to say it smells like ultra malt, but it has like that same sort of thick, heavy sweetness. This one's a lot spicier. It has the cinnamon in it and whatnot, and some hazelnut. Not a bad fragrance, guys. I will say it is mainstream. This is a modern take on the original. I want to say that I saw someone say that in the comments on Fragrantica, and I will agree with that take. I do think it is a modern take on the original Joop. And it's not bad, actually. I think it might be worth actually getting. It's a decent flanker. I think if you have the original, you can probably get both, honestly. And I wouldn't have an issue owning both, honestly. I don't have the original anymore. It is widely available, and you can get it at your local Marshalls for like $20. So, you know, if you guys want to pull the trigger on that one, you can. But yeah, the fragrance was pretty good. The dry down was nice too. I actually got like a sweet, sort of kept the same DNA, that pixie stick powderiness, and then in the dry down, I was getting wafts of what do they call it? Pencil shavings. And again, can't really see how much. I mean, there's sandalwood in this, and maybe it's the sandalwood. I'm not really sure, but there is a bit of a woodiness. There's a pencil shavings vibe that I get from this one in the dry down, which is nice. But the longevity was really good. 8+ hours every time, and the projection was really good, above average. This is an Eau De Parfum. And yeah, I get it might be beast mode in the first couple of hours. I will say it's super strong in the first couple of hours. It dies down quite a bit, but I was getting wafts throughout the day, so I know that it was definitely pushing out throughout the day there. But the occasions for this fragrance, I'm going to say, are evening events, club, date night. I think your lady might like this one on you. So anything at night, formal, dress down, club. I mean, I'm not trying to say it's like a suit and tie, but I think you can get away with it. That spiciness with that woodiness and the sweetness could lend to that type of occasion. Seasons, if you guys haven't guessed already, be perfect for the colder weather. Colder weather, fall, winter, early spring. This fragrance can get you through the cooler and colder nights of the year. Ages for this fragrance, that is going to be tricky. Maybe 20 and up for this fragrance, because it's very sweet and it's not like too in your face, right? It might be a little bit mature with the spicy notes, but I do think the young guys will be able to pull this one off. It's super sweet. And again, if you like fragrances like Ultra Malt and those younger guys can pull those off, then you're going to like this one. Again, like I said, it's a modern take on the original because you get a slight touch of that DNA, but it's just a nice fragrance, a lot better fragrance. Again, it is a mainstream designer smelling fragrance. Okay, this isn't a niche here, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, and I think it's if you can find this fragrance for under $40, that might be a good deal for this fragrance. Not really sure what it's going for right now. Yeah, so overall, I do like this fragrance. I think it's a good release. Now, I'm not going to say it's the best thing ever. I'm not going to say it's, because people out there say, oh, it's, super synthetic. And it's not, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what synthetic really means. Either it smells good or it doesn't. Either it smells cheap or it doesn't. This smells like a mainstream designer fragrance, which is not a bad thing, right? Especially with this being Joop, I really thought it was going to be a lot cheaper smelling, right? But it's not. And I was actually pleasantly surprised with this fragrance. Sweet, spicy, with the vanilla and the cinnamon. And it has a little bit of a gourmand with the tonka bean. And I guess the vanilla adds the tonka to the gourmandness as well. But like the cardamom's good in this. But the tonka bean really does add a nice touch, a little nuttiness to this fragrance that I was not expecting, guys. So Chet was right. Now, he went 4 bottles deep on this one. I'm not going to say it's 4 bottles worthy, but this one, if you can get a good price for it, I think might be bottle worthy. I think if you like the original, if you want to try a sweeter, modern touch to that fragrance, you might have to add this into your collection, because I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Blind buy worthy, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say go ahead and blind buy this one if it's cheap enough. If you can't find this one for around $40 or less, don't even bother. But I do think that this one is a decent little fragrance. And enough so that I want to give away, I still got plenty of juice in here. So I'm going to give away 3 5 ml samples of this fragrance, guys. Just please comment your scent of the day down in the comments below, and I will pick 3 winners. Down in the comments below, just put your scent of the day, and I will randomly pick 3 people to get a 5 ml sample of this fragrance. If you guys have tried this fragrance, then don't bother. Or yeah, let's just keep it fair for everybody, guys. Because I want, people who haven't tried this fragrance to get their nose on it, and you guys can let me know if I'm crazy or not. Make your own video, your reply video, and I'll check it out. But yeah, so 3 random people, just let me know your scent of the day. I'll pick you guys at random. I'll post that video on my Instagram. We'll say, what's today? Today is Wednesday. We'll go ahead and say by Sunday. So, there's a lot of playoffs this weekend. I'll go ahead and say Sunday night. I will pick it after the Cowboy game, and then you guys can check out my Instagram. Then I'll upload that video. Then hopefully I'll be happy with a win. But yeah, guys. So has anyone other tried this fragrance? Let me know your thoughts on this fragrance in the comments below, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I happen to like it. So thank you guys so much for watching the video on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and fragrance related content just like this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There you'll find fragrance related photos and future contest winners. And as always, till next video, you guys take care. Thanks.